Today, I have a PSA submission video for you guys that is worth over $2,000. So I'm going to be showing you guys every single card in today's video that I'm submitting for myself and some from you guys, including a brand new Charizard card that has just come out. And then some slabs that I got back in a recent return that hopefully they're going to get better grades. Okay, we are starting off with some of Zetro's cards. He is using me as a middleman service to send off to PSA. And if you guys want to send your cards to PSA, all you got to do is drop me an email in the description and you can use me as a middleman service. I do offer it. But up first, we have the Pikachu with the grey felt hat. This is the Van Gogh promo, and he has sent a few of these. He was quite lucky to order some on the Pokemon Center website. As you guys know, we were able to get some if you weren't able to make it to the museum in Amsterdam. But he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in total, which we're going to have a quick look at now. I will say that these are actually not too bad, a little bit off-centered, and it's mainly the corners that I found. Even in looking at a lot of people that have got these back, some of the corners just aren't cut that well, so it's going to be very interesting to see how well they do. This one's a little bit off-centered as well, as you can see, a little bit thinner on the back, but I have seen worse with PSA 10, so you never know. Sometimes just a roll of the dice. This one looks a little bit better as well, and then the first one that I showed you is there as well. So hopefully he can get some 10s. Like I said, he's got 5 to send off right there of the Van Gogh promo, which is actually going up in price. It's literally starting to rise again. So up next we have the shiny Charizard V, which I've never pulled in Japanese or English. This is a really, really cool card. I think Zetro actually purchased one. I don't think he pulled it himself, but yeah, hopefully this can get a 10. Love this card, would love to add it to my collection, would love to pull it as well. Champion's Path was brutal for me. Never ever been able to pull the shiny or the Rainbow Rare VMAX. Up next we have a really, really cool card, which is the Charizard V-Star Rainbow Rare from Brilliant Stars, one of the best sets in the Sword and Shield era. Let's have a look on the back on this one. This looks really good, to be fair. As you can see, there is the back and there is the front, so we'll put that over there. Okay, and then we have some V-Star Universe SARs. We have Gardenia's Vigor, I think it is. Really, really cool card, and obviously trainers in Japanese, you never know with them. They sometimes just skyrocket, so I think that's why he wants to send that off. He pulled that from a booster box. Oh, up next, we have another Charizard. We have the shiny Charizard VMAX from Shining Fates. Another one, which I think I actually witnessed him pull this in France. He purchased a PokeDean mystery pack and pulled the shiny Charizard VMAX in a Shining Fates pack. So very, very lucky to be able to pull that. Shout out to Vetro for that as well. And then up next, we have the Charizard EX from Obsidian Flames. Another set that was just brutal for me. Wasn't able to pull that many Charizards. I might have to just pick some up off eBay or something. So this one looks really good, to be fair. I will say the quality in some of the Scarlet and Violet packs and sets aren't that great, so it'll be interesting to see what that comes back as. Centering looks pretty good. The top's a little bit thin compared to the bottom. The back though looks pretty good, to be fair. But yeah, it'll be interesting. A lot of mine got 8s when I did a return of Scarlet and Violet pulls, and then we have one more of the Gardenia's Vigor SARs right there to send off. So that is all of Zetro's cards. Let's get onto mine now. But before we get into my cards, I'm going to be giving away one of the cards in today's submission video when they come back from PSA, and all you have to do to enter is hit that like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and comment down below if you could have any Pokemon card in the world. Which one would it be? Let me know. All right, up next for me, we have the Pikachu Secret Rare from Crown Zenith. I love this card. I think it's really, really cool, and you guys do too. Every time I do like a submission video or a return video, you always say that this is the best card in the submission video. So here is the back. I'm hoping to get a 10 on this one. Looks really, really good. Centering looks decent. There's no nicks in the corners or anything, and then the front looks pretty good too, centering wise. A little bit thin on the top, but I think it's enough to get through as a 10. We'll have to see though when it comes back. Up next, a card I pulled recently is the Rainbow Rare Arceus V-Star from Brilliant Stars. Wish it was the Charizard. I actually did pull the Charizard, but I'm going to be saving that for a future video, so keep your eyes peeled out for that. But yeah, here is the back as well. Once again, not too bad. I think the centering is pretty decent. A little bit thinner on the top again, but I think it's enough to get away with potentially a 10. Up next, we got Gita from Obsidian Flames. This is a really, really cool card. This is the special illustration rare, and it'll be interesting to see how this does, because like I mentioned, Scarlet and Violet cards, for some reason, for me personally, they're not grading that well. I don't know if you guys have had the same experience. Let me know if you have in the comment section down below, but I've been tending to get 8s a lot more than 10s. Up next, one of my favorite cards from the 151 set, it is the Mew EX Black Star promo. Now, you got this from the UPC, so you can't actually pack this card, so I'm going to try and get a few of these, I think, and grade them. Here is the back of it. Here is the front. Looks really decent. I'm hoping it gets a 10. I only have one of these at the moment, but like I said, I'm going to be picking up more and grading them. Up next, we have the Erica's Invitation. I just thought I'd grade this because it's a full art female trainer, and as we know, these sometimes do really well. So yeah, here is the back again, and like I said, it'll be interesting to see how it does. The corners look pretty good, so I'll have to wait and see. There is the front as well. Let me know what you guys think if that's going to get a 10 or not. Okay, up next, we got the War Turtle illustration rare from 151 as well. Here is the back. I thought I'd just grade a few of these because they're starters, and I packed them, and I just thought, you know what? I can maybe use these as giveaways or potentially sell some of them if people are after them in the future at like card shows or anything like that. Here is the Charmander, which is one of my favorite illustration rares of the 151 set. I love the whole Charizard evolution line. It is too sick. Okay, up next we have the other Black Star promo from the UPC of 151. It is the Mewtwo, which is a really cool card. I'm interested to see what this gets. Once again, centering's a little bit off on the right, tiny bit, but it'll be interesting to see if it gets away with it. On the front, the left is actually thinner than the right, so maybe a 9. I'm probably going to predict a 9 on this one. We'll have to see if I'm right or wrong when that comes back. Then after that, I do have also, like Zetro, a few Pika Van Gogh cards, or Pikachu with the grey felt hat. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Hoping that these do well. I really just want 1 in a 10 for the personal collection. So if I can get 1 out of 4, I'll be happy. But here is the back on them as well. Have a look for yourselves and let me know. I think they're a little bit off-centered. As you can see, that one's very thin on the left. So if I'm being honest, I'm not expecting many 10s. Like I said, I'll just take 1. I just want 1 for the personal collection. So up next, I have some cards that you may not have seen yet, and these are absolutely incredible. But make sure you stick around, because at the end of this video, I'm going to be showing you the slabs that I'm going to be cracking open and hopefully regrading to get better grades. So guys, here are some brand new cards that have just dropped recently that you may not know about, and it is the TCG Classic set. Now, this is a very expensive box to purchase. It's around 300 and I think like £90. It's nearly £400. But look at the holo on this. It is really cool. There is an English and Japanese version, and once again, I've got to say, I'm an English collector, but the Japanese set looks so much better. But I do really like the holo on these cards. Now, I'm going to just basically submit the best looking ones, or my favorite Pokemon from the decks. So basically, you get 3 decks based around Blastoise, Charizard, and Venusaur. So each have different Pokemon in. And they're really cool, to be fair. But here is the Mewtwo, which is kind of like a reprint from Evolutions. As you can see, some of the cards are from different eras. This is from base set. You've got Evolutions with the levels and stuff like that. So it's really cool. It's a very nice little nod. You have a Jungle Scyther here, which obviously doesn't have the jungle symbol. Could potentially say it's a no symbol, but no, I just think they haven't put the symbol on this new classic set. But look at the holo on this. This looks really cool. Absolutely love it. And I've just thought I'd grade some of these because I might give some of these away in the future as well, because I know some people will love these cards. We've got the Chansey right here. The holo on this is crazy, and it's going to be interesting to see how these grade as well with all that holo and stuff like that. So it's going to be really cool. Next we have a Gyarados, and this looks like it's from a Heart Gold Soul Silver era. I'm not too familiar which one it is, but look at the holo on that. Here is the back. Once again, looking pretty good. The corners are interesting. They're cut a bit weirdly, so it'll be interesting to see if these do well with that. Up next we have a Articuno from Fossil. Look at that. Honestly, look how awesome these cards look. I think these are going to look great in a PSA slab, if I'm being totally honest. And then we have some Squirtle cards. I've got one. I've got another one right here. Just hopefully you can get like a whole evolution line. We then got the War Turtles here as well from base set. Really cool cards. I actually love this. This might be my favorite War Turtle artwork. That or Team Rocket. And then we have our first big card right here. We have the Blastoise from base set. Look at that, man. Love the holo on this. I hope I can get some 10s on these. Here is the back. Little bit off-centered. And like I said, it's a very expensive box to purchase. So I'm really hoping that I can get my luck in and just pull some 10s out of these. But it will be interesting to see. The centering isn't the best on them. We got the Bulbasaur there. We got a Bulbasaur and an Ivysaur. I think I have another one. So you basically get 2 of these like first stages, or first 2 stages. You got 2 Bulbasaurs, 2 Ivysaurs, and then you get 1 of the final evolution, which right here, as you can see, is the Venusaur. So really love these cards. Like I said, if I can get a whole evolution line, that would be crazy. So once again, we got 2 Charmanders here to send off. This is the evolution line I care about the most. So here is the back. Hopefully, oh, was that a nick in that corner? Yeah, there's a tiny nick in that corner. Maybe it gets through, but that's why I'm going to send all of them. So basically, if one gets a 9, hopefully at least one will get a 10. We got the Charmeleon here. Look at that. It makes the card pop out so much more. It almost gives it like a 3D effect. Really cool. And then the final card, guys, is the Charizard. Look at this. Oh my goodness. The holo on this is crazy. It's almost like got an aura around it. It looks really cool. Look at the wings. Kind of gives it like an aura, which looks really sick and gives it like a more of a 3D effect. So the centering on this looks pretty decent on the front. Here is the back. A little bit thin on this left side. So I'm interested to see. I'm hoping it gets a 10. We'll have to see. But now I've got some slabs that I'm going to be showing you guys that I'm going to be cracking out of their slabs and hopefully getting, or regrading and hopefully getting a higher grade. So here is the Evelyn from Team Up. It got a PSA 9. As you can see, the centering on the top is very, very thin. So, but then on the back, it's like perfect. So I will predict that it's going to get a 9 again, but I'm just going to do this for an experiment because there's absolutely no nicks or anything on the back of that. The centering is really good on the back. I would just say the front is off-centered a little bit, like the top is thin, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm going to do it for an experiment. Probably won't do better, but hopefully it does with a little bit of luck. Up next, we've got the Latias and Latios GX tag team from Team Up. This one, I don't know how it got a 9. Like, it is really good. Really, really good. So we're going to see what happens with this one. Maybe it will get a 10. Maybe the grader will be a little bit more generous with that one. Up next is a big card, the Latias and Latios Alt Art GX from Team Up again. Now, this got a PSA 8, which, you know what? I don't think this is a PSA 10 worthy card. The front centering is really good, but when you go to the back, there's just like a little nick in this bottom right corner, bottom left corner. I think there's just a few too many nicks for it to get a 10, but I don't see why this can't be a 9. So I'm just going to hope that it bumps up one grade. I would not expect it to get a 10, but if I can get it in a 9, I'll be happier than having it in an 8. And then finally, guys, this card right here, the Magikarp Wailord Alt Art GX from Team Up again. This one, I don't know how it got a 9. This, in my opinion, I do feel like is a 10. Here is the centering on the front. I think that's perfect. And the back here, I also think is perfect. Like, honestly, there's no nicks or anything. It's a tiny bit thinner than the bottom than it is the top, but like not anywhere near enough, in my opinion, for it to look kind of like off. So yeah, this one I'm going to crack out. Hopefully it gets a 10, but we'll have to wait and see. So that is my $2,000 PSA submission, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you enter the giveaway, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.